Mandolorian episode 2 of season 3 just dropped on Disney Plus, and let's talk about it. So this episode was awesome. It was a great reintroduction to the season, and I just am so happy that this show's back. But man, this last week's episode should have dropped with this episode. Would have been a better start to the season overall. This episode was really solid. Though we get Mando goes back to Tatooine, tries to get his droid fixed again, and instead goes back with a different droid to go to Mandalore. Straight up goes to Mandalore, which is crazy that we're already at Mandalore at this point in the season. Like, awesome. So he goes in there, and he is there, and he's chilling. And then he is exploring this place. Looks, desolate and kind of whatever. But then we see Mando get captured. Grogu has to go find Bo-Katan to save him. She saves him, uses the Darksaber in an awesome fight. And we start to understand more of Bo-Katan and Mando's conflicts together. In the episode, she discusses how she used to be ruler. She, a Mandalore, or at least her sister did, and all these things. And it's a great, interesting storyline, and if you know Clone Wars, you know where a lot of that stuff comes from. But it's interesting to see that. And then you go from there to, Mando finally bathes in the waters, and immediately gets captured by this creature in the water. Bo-Katan jumps down to save him, and we see the Mytho Beast, which is how our episode ends. So this plot of this episode isn't very complicated, but there's some really solid moments, and it's amazing how quick this plot is moving along. And I think what's interesting about it is Bo-Katan ideologies and Amanda's ideologies are kind of clashing. I have a theory that I don't know if a lot of people are going to have this theory. I have a feeling that Bo-Katan and Mando will rule Mandalore together and bring unity together. And whether that means as a couple or not, that's my theory for this show. I think that's going to happen. I think they have the kind of relationship and bond as characters that could build over time into maybe a relationship, but also maybe not. We know that Mando clearly has a desire for a relationship, in the sense that if you saw the last episode, or not the last episode, the first episode, one of the first episodes of season 4, where this lady's clearly begging him to stay. She clearly wants a relationship with this Mandalorian, but he doesn't take off his helmet, things like that. She's clearly flirting with him, and clearly there's a side of Mando you could tell that kind of wants that, but also realizes he can't. And, now that he's bathed in the waters, he's redeemed, but what does that actually mean? The mythosaur is alive? What does that mean? I don't really know. A lot of people know this beast from like books and stuff. I haven't read all the Star Wars books. Most of the Star Wars books I've read, almost all of them are High Republic books, so I can't really comment on what any of that means. I would like to know what that means, but at the end of the day, this is a fascinating storyline that I'm excited to see play out throughout the show. It's just really interesting, and I don't really know where this is going to go, and that's really good because, after last week's episode, I kind of knew where we were going, but then this episode kind of changed all that up, and I'm really fascinated what's going to happen next. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time.